The government accuses unelected peers of trying to block the will of the British people after a series of Lords defeats on Brexit. We'll have the latest on all of that from Westminster, also this lunchtime. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to the BBC News at 1. The International Trade Secretary Liam Fox has accused the House of Lords of trying to block the will of the people after it voted last night to ensure MPs have to give their backing to any Brexit deal. The Labour leader Jeremy Corbyn has said Parliament should have the final say on the terms of the UK leaving the European Union. Our political correspondent Alex Forsyth has the latest. An NHS trust in Northern Ireland is recalling 2,500 neurology patients following a review of the work of a consultant. Concerns were raised a year and a half ago about the diagnosis and treatment of patients who'd been seen by Dr Michael Watt, employed by the Belfast Health Trust. 4 sleeping children were murdered after being trapped in their bedrooms when their house was set on fire with petrol bombs. That's what a jury at Manchester Crown Court has been told. Zach Bolland has admitted reckless arson, but he, his girlfriend Courtney Brierley and David Worrell all deny murder. A minimum price for alcohol has come into force in Scotland. The Scottish Government believes the policy will lead to fewer hospital admissions and alcohol-related deaths by making the cheapest drinks significantly more expensive. Katrina Renton reports. A man who is terminally ill with motor neurone disease has appealed to judges to allow him to die with dignity. Noel Conway's challenge to the law on assisted dying is being heard at the Court of Appeal. Our medical correspondent Fergus Walsh reports. One of the most senior figures in the Catholic Church, Cardinal George Pell, is to stand trial on charges of historical sexual abuse in Australia. Cardinal Pell, who's 76, is the highest-ranking Catholic to face such allegations. Our correspondent Hal Griffith sent this report. 5 Supreme Court judges are considering the case of a bakery in Belfast whose Christian owners refused an order for a cake with a slogan on it supporting gay marriage. Asher's Baking Company is challenging an earlier judgment which found it had discriminated against the customer. Our Ireland correspondent Chris Page reports. France's foreign ministry says new claims about Iran's nuclear capability have reinforced the importance of the 2015 deal, which imposes controls on the country. Yesterday, the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu unveiled what he said was evidence of a secret Iranian nuclear weapons programme. Tom Bateman is in Jerusalem with more, and just give us more of a sense of the response, the reaction to what Benjamin Netanyahu said. A man from Kent has appeared in court accused of preparing for a terrorist attack in London and of swearing an oath of allegiance to the Islamic State group. Our Home Affairs correspondent Daniel Sanford is outside Westminster Magistrates. Explain more about this case, Daniel. Later this week, voters in many parts of England go to the polls for local elections, with more than 4,000 council seats up for grabs. Our political correspondent Chris Mason explains why they matter. Italian police say they can guarantee the safety of Liverpool fans in Rome as long as they stayed within Italian rules. The second leg of Liverpool's Champions League semi-final against Roma is tomorrow evening. The first game at Anfield was marred by an attack on a Liverpool supporter, Sean Cox.